everyone and welcome back to Pabbly. So are you an owner of a business and you're tired of adding your leads data into your Google Sheets manually? Then this video is definitely for you. Because in this video we are going to learn how to add IndiaMART leads in Google Sheets with auto timestamp. So I am an owner of a manufacturing business and I receive multiple leads and inquiries on my IndiaMART account every single day. Now I want to create the record of my leads data in my Google Sheets with the timestamp of when was the lead generated. And doing that manually is a very time consuming job. So for this I have automated this entire process and built a connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets using Pabbly Connect. Now whenever the new lead is generated in my IndiaMART account, automatically the record of the leads details with the timestamp has been created in my Google Sheets. So now if you want to learn this entire process step by step, I'm going to take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So as an owner of a manufacturing business, I receive regular inquiries from potential buyers through IndiaMART. I use IndiaMART to generate high quality leads from interested customers. And I use Google Sheets to organize these leads into structured format for easy tracking and follow-ups. I have set up an automation that automatically adds every new lead from my IndiaMART account into my Google Sheets along with the auto-generated timestamp so that I can keep the real-time record of when the inquiry was received. And I'm going to create the connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. For that, in a new tab, I'm going to browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. After browsing the website, you can see Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. After coming to the dashboard, you will find two options, that is sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign in to your Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. I'm an existing user, so I'm going to directly sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. But before signing in, I want to tell you about Pabbly Community. Pabbly Community is a space where you can find real-time updates of Pabbly. You can get help not just from our team members but also the fellow users. In the community, you can ask your questions, share feedback and find automation tips as well. So go ahead and join our Pabbly community today. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description box below. Now, let us create this amazing automation. For that, I'm going to directly sign into my Pabbly Connect account from here. And as I'm going to do that, the All Pabbly Apps section is going to appear in front of you, in which you will see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. For that, click on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. Now to build a new automation in our Pabbly Connect account, we have to create a new workflow. For that, click on this Create Workflow button on the top right corner, where you will find two methods of building the workflow. One is the new beta method, other one is the old classic method. I'm going to create this amazing workflow using the old classic method from here. Now to build the workflow, we have to firstly name it. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Add IndiaMART leads into Google Sheets with auto timestamp. Okay, so this is the name of my workflow. For the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select Workflows folder and go to this Create button right here. As I've done that, you can see automatically a new workflow has been created. And over here, there are two windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other one is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, in which for my trigger application, I'm going to select over here as IndiaMART. I'm using IndiaMART to collect the leads and inquiries for my business. As soon as a new lead has been received on my IndiaMART account, I want this trigger should capture the response of that. That is why for my trigger application, I've selected over here as IndiaMART and the trigger event is going to be new leads. Then you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Using the unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, we are going to build the connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect. Firstly, I'm going to copy the URL and log into my IndiaMART account. After that, from the left side, go to the lead manager option right here. After coming to lead manager, go to menu option, go to import export leads, and from the drop down select the option that is push API right here. Then the push API integration page is going to appear, on which firstly we have to select the source. For the source, the given source is not provided, so I'm going to select the option as other. Firstly, we have to name our source. The name of my source is Pabbly Connect, and then it is asking for the webhook URL, for which I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And then I'm going to click on the save button. It is asking for the reason why are we activating this API. So I'm going to select the random reason and click on this button right here. And as I've done that, you can see the webhook URL is now been successfully added in my IndiaMART account. As now this webhook URL is added, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. It says waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether IndiaMART is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate and send a test data towards this URL. Because as I'm not running any live campaign, a leads data cannot be captured in the trigger right here. So instead of that, I'm going to send a test data towards this URL to check whether it captures the response or not. Okay. For testing the URL, I'm going to click on this test button and on this button right here. It says success. That means the test response has been forwarded. If I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and yes, you can see the response, the test response has been captured in my trigger. The status comes over here as success. This is the unique query ID. This is the subject. State is Uttar Pradesh. This is the pin code you can see. Phone number. This is the name of the lead, that is IndiaMART. This is a test response as you can see. The phone number is right over here. This is the email address. Country is IN, that is India. Company, city is Noida. You can see this is the address. This is the product for which the lead is generated. Message. This is a dummy message you can see right over here. I want to purchase an empty mineral water bottle. Kindly send me price and other details. This is a dummy inquiry, okay? With all the other details. So as now the response has been captured over here in my trigger, this means that IndiaMART is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup has now been done. Now whenever a new lead is going to be generated in my IndiaMART account, this trigger is going to capture the response of that, okay? Next, it is asking for us to set up our action step. Now I want to add the leads data into my Google Sheets. For that, I'm going to set up this action step. And for my action application, I'm going to write over here as Google Sheets, okay? As I'm going to now create the record, okay? And for the action event, I'm going to select over here as Add New Row. And then I'm going to click on this Connect button. This window is going to appear, on which click on Add New Connection. Then click on this Sign In with Google button right here. After that, it is asking for us to choose an account. Which account do we want to connect to Pabbly Connect? This is the account. I'm going to select this. And then it is asking for the permission, the access for this account, for which I'm going to click on this Allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this Allow button. And as I've done that, you can see Google Sheets is now successfully authorized with Pabbly Connect. Okay. Now, after authorizing, firstly, it is asking for us to select the spreadsheet. For the spreadsheet, I'm going to select the spreadsheet that I've created in the name of IndiaMART Leads Details. So for the spreadsheet, I'm going to select it as IndiaMART Leads Details. Next, it is asking for the sheet, for which I'm going to select over here as Sheet 1. Okay. Now, till this step, if you have any doubts, you can comment down below and ask any questions that you have. Okay. So after that, it is asking for the created date and time. What is this created date and time? When the lead was generated, the timestamp of the lead that is generated. To have this created date and time, I am going to add an action step in this workflow, in which for my action application, I am going to select over here as Date Time Formatter by Pabbly. Using this amazing feature by Pabbly Connect, we can format the date and time according to our requirement. And for the action event, I'm going to select over here as Current Date. Using this action event, we can get the current date and time in this workflow right here. And then I'm going to click on this Connect button. It is asking for the format of what kind of format do we want in our date and time. For the format, we will have number of options. I want this specific format right here. It will give us date, month, year with the exact time right here. So I'm going to select this format and click on the Save and Send Test Request button. You can see over here, this is the date, that is 22nd of July 2025. This is the time you can see right here, okay? So as now we have the date and time successfully, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to enter this date and time into my Google Sheets right here, okay? For that, I'm going to enter this date and time using the method that is known as mapping. Mapping is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it is going to work is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, the previous steps are going to appear in front of you. And as that is going to happen, as I'm going to click on any of these steps, the response that was captured in our previous step is going to appear. It is asking for the date and time, and this is the date and time of this lead being generated. So I'm going to select the data of the date and time from my previous response. As now I've selected this data from my previous response, this data is now been mapped. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data, because this is a dynamic data right here, okay? So after entering the date and time, it is asking for the unique query ID, for which I'm going to map the data of the query ID from here. In the similar manner, I'm going to map in all the details right over here of my lead from my previous response right here. So that is what I'm going to do right over here. So you can see I've mapped the entire details right here, and then simply I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. I have received the response, which is a positive response. So if I'm going to open my Google Sheets, you can see in my Google Sheets, the record is created with the timestamp. You can see with the date and time of this lead been generated. With that also, you can see right over here the entire details. The unique query ID, name of the lead, email, phone number, company, address, city, state, country. If I'm going to further scroll down, you can see I've received the product name and the message as well. So as now the record of the leads details has been created in my Google Sheets with the timestamp, this means the connection between these two applications is now been successfully done. So now we're going to sum up till now what we have done. Trigger is IndiaMART new leads. As soon as a new lead is going to be generated in my IndiaMART account, you will receive the response of your leads data in the trigger in the similar manner that I have received my test response right here. Then I have created a record of the leads details in my Google Sheets using Google Sheets add new row. With that, I've added the timestamp of when this lead was generated. This workflow is very useful for businesses because you can create the systematic record of all your leads data in real time with the details of when the lead was generated in your Google Sheets. That is going to ease the process of nurturing your leads, and you can have the record of all the leads details in one single place of what inquiries that they have and what are the products that the leads are mostly interested in. So this was it for this video to add IndiaMART leads in Google Sheets with auto timestamp. If you find any of the difficulties in the workflows, you can ask any questions in the comment box below, or you can join our Pabbly community today where you can ask your questions and share feedbacks as well. So go ahead and sign into your Pabbly Connect account, get 100 free tasks every month to test and explore our Pabbly Connect today. This was it for this video.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.